Canucks fans, are you ready for the latest buzz surrounding one of our star players? Rumors have been swirling, and it seems like the excitement is building again as trade talks heat up. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and we've got the inside scoop on what could be a game-changing move for our beloved team. This player has been a cornerstone of our lineup, and the stakes couldn't be higher as we look ahead. Be sure to subscribe and hit that like button to stay in the loop with all things Canucks. So, Canucks fans, the latest buzz around JT Miller has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride. Just when we thought a trade to the New York Rangers was imminent, NHL insider Elliotte Friedman reports that the deal has collapsed. Miller was initially expected to be held out of the game against the Edmonton Oilers due to these trade discussions, which had many of us on edge. But in a twist that feels all too familiar in the NHL, he ended up playing and making a significant impact in our 3-2 victory. Miller himself shared his thoughts post-game, stating, "I'm not getting into this. I plan on being a Canuck today and tomorrow. Whatever happens, happens. I'm focused on the next game." That quote resonates. It shows a commitment to the team, but let's be real. Trade rumors can weigh heavy on both the player and the fans. I mean, how many more times are we going to hear about Miller potentially heading back to the Rangers? Friedman mentioned that there was a moment where Miller was set to be scratched from the lineup, indicating that negotiations were advancing. It seems the Rangers have had their eye on him for a while, even before he signed that hefty 7-year extension with us last season. And let's not forget, he was drafted by them in 2011 and spent his formative years in New York. So, there's a lot of history there. But here's where it gets really interesting. Vancouver's management reportedly allowed a select group of teams to engage in direct conversations with Miller. It raises questions about the team's direction and what they see in their future. Are they genuinely interested in moving him? Or is this more about maximizing his trade value? I can't help but feel torn on this one. Miller has been a vital part of our offense. He's recorded 8 goals and 31 points this season, just 2 points shy of his total from the previous season. At the end of the day, it's about what's best for the team moving forward. Yes, Miller would bring a certain physicality to the Rangers, something they seemed to lack in their playoff run last season. But let's not forget how essential he's been for the Canucks. The thought of losing an elite talent who just had his first 100-point season is a tough pill to swallow, and we've seen trade talks around him not just once but twice this season. It raises eyebrows, doesn't it? The Athletic even reported that the Rangers offered Mika Zibanejad for Miller, but Vancouver wanted defenseman Braden Schneider included in the deal. That's a significant ask, and it shows the Canucks value Miller highly. But with the Rangers coveting Schneider, what's the likelihood of that deal coming together? As a passionate fan, I find myself wondering about the long-term implications of these discussions. Do we focus on building a team around our core, or do we pivot and explore trade options to bring in new talent? It's a balancing act that can make or break our franchise in the coming years. I want to hear from you. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. Part of me wants to keep Miller and watch him continue to flourish in a Canucks jersey. Elias Pettersson has made his stance clear amid all the trade chatter swirling around the Vancouver Canucks. According to NHL insider Elliotte Friedman, Pettersson has told management that he would like to stay in Vancouver. This statement brings a glimmer of hope for fans amidst a turbulent time for the team, especially with the recent failed trade involving JT Miller and the ongoing speculation surrounding both players. Pettersson does not have no trade protection yet, which raises questions about the team's future direction. But it sounds like he's committed to being part of the Canucks' journey moving forward. While Pettersson's desire to remain with the Canucks is a relief for many, it doesn't erase the tensions reported within the team, particularly the rift between him and Miller. It's like a roller coaster right now, with the management and players caught in a whirlwind of speculation and uncertainty. General manager Patrick Allvin recently called out Pettersson publicly, which certainly adds a layer of complexity to this situation. Can we really expect players to thrive in an environment rife with distractions and discord? Let's talk about the numbers. Pettersson is currently in the first season of an 8-year, $92 million contract, which he signed back in March 2024. Despite a bit of a slow start this season with just 29 points in 38 games, we have to remember that last season, he hit career highs with 39 goals and 102 points. He's a cornerstone for this franchise, and his talent can't be overstated. But with trade talks heating up, one has to wonder, are the Canucks fully committed to building around him? On the other hand, let's not forget about Miller, who carries an $8 million cap hit through the 2029-30 season and has an active no-move clause. His situation is murky, especially after the near trade with the Rangers that collapsed. It's clear the Canucks are prioritizing potential moves involving Miller over Pettersson, which raises serious questions about the future of this franchise. If they can't get a deal done, does that mean Miller could be a part of the team for a while longer? Or will the Canucks be forced to rethink their strategy altogether? Friedman reported that some teams have been granted permission to talk to Miller about personal terms in the event of a trade. But the looming question remains: is this really the right path for the Canucks? Do we want to see a complete overhaul? Or do we believe that the current core can find a way to gel and be successful together? Personally, I'm torn. While I appreciate the potential of new talent, I can't shake the feeling that parting ways with key players could set us back even further in our quest for success. As a passionate Canucks fan, these decisions weigh heavily on my mind. They impact not just the team's performance on the ice, but also the hopes and dreams we all share as fans. There's a palpable sense of uncertainty, and I can't help but feel anxious about how this will all play out. But I want to hear from you, fellow fans. What do you think about the management's current strategy? Are we making the right moves? Will keeping Pettersson while possibly moving Miller lead us to brighter days? And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. This is a pivotal moment in Canucks history, and every voice matters. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Let's keep this conversation going, and together we can navigate what lies ahead for our beloved Vancouver Canucks. Make sure to like and share this video and subscribe to stay updated on all the news. Your support means everything to me as we dive into this exciting and challenging journey together.